username. He's tagged it over and over so you could see it, but
Oh,
that's what I'm telling you. That's not him doing it. He's tagging it. I think a lot of them felt that way because of what happened the other night, and they just saw Shannon laugh at it. So, that's probably why it was brought up. I'm glad you did say that. You know what I mean? I appreciate you even saying that. I'm going to jump back down, but I thought I'd bring your attention to it. So,
I just got him. I just blocked that person.
All right, thank you.
and if Megan is still in here, I just want to say, Megan, after seeing what you did the other night and how you handled yourself with that's just absolutely not okay. That the fact that you had to bring race into it with somebody who you were having an argument with. If you want to call people a bitch, then jump in a box and call them a bitch. But if you have to bring their race into it, that's when it clearly speaks volumes on the past history here. And then you wonder why people are coming to you saying, okay, this is your past history. This is what you've done. This is what you've done completely. And when they compare that to now, there's been no movement change. Because change behavior is change behavior, right? However, you that past history and what you just said the other night, the fact that you immediately just wanted to bring her race into it because you're having a simple argument with her. There's no amount of no human being on this app that will ever make me that mad enough to say that. That word is not used in a vocabulary every day. And for it to come out your mouth so easily, that means that comes out too easily for you. It's too comfortable for you to use it. And I don't like that. That's why I completely, after seeing the past videos, because I didn't know you. I had no idea who you were. After seeing the past videos and then seeing that live actually the other night was absolutely disgusting. And then for Levon, if you're in here, you sat there and started making popcorn jokes about white cheddar popcorn being burnt and said, oh, I need to text you because I need to tell you a joke. Like, that wasn't cool either. Like, you sat there and continued that conversation on because no matter what you called her, the girl never, ever, ever clapped back at you and called you a YT woman. She never called you a YT bitch. She never clapped back in that manner. And what happened the other night is just absolutely disgusting. Because if you want to cuss her out, then cuss her out and call her a bitch. But don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't think we need to define anyone by race.
Nobody's race should matter to anybody. And the fact that when you get that mad and the first thing you think of is their race is a problem. It's a huge problem to many people. That's just like, what if somebody put yourself in Queenie's shoes in that moment? What if somebody did that to your family member, your children, or anybody?
That's right. I agree, 100%.
How would she feel about it?
It's true. Shannon, is there anything you...
I don't support anybody saying it. I don't care who it is. I don't support anybody calling each other that. I don't support anything of that nature because I don't like the word. It's not something that I use. It's not something I will ever use.
Nope.
And I don't like that. And, we as YT women should be advocating. We should be, just like Monster gave this whole thing, we should be standing up and saying, yo, this isn't
Like when I was having the conversation with Queenie, right? I was giving her what, let's say when Megan and I were in a live, right? And I was saying, I want your perspective on this situation, right? What are your thoughts on it? That's what I was trying to get at with Queenie. That night that we were up in, or Megan were in that live last year, right? December of last year, I believe. I don't know the exact date.
Yeah, see, I didn't know about that live.
Yeah, well, Hoodrich got up in the box. Hoodrich referred to me as a white fat bitch. She referred to us as the N-word. She said the N-word with the A on the end. And what I was trying to say to Queenie, so like if you have a white woman and a black woman have a fight, and you have someone that says, "Oh, well, you're a white, ugly, fat bitch." Well, then if I turned around and said, "Well, you're a black, ugly, fat bitch," if that person says that to you and you clap back and say that same thing to them, you get what I'm saying? Like,
I do understand what you're saying in the reference, but that shouldn't even be a reference because
Right.
no matter what
I gotta
Queenie
know,
could
y'all. Okay, so Shannon, when you said that, and what did I tell you? I feel like neither one of them should even bring race into it. I told you even
that is
then.
what you said.
I
Correct.
don't think what Hoodrich did when she said it was correct, and I can honestly say that Hoodrich had a whole live where she apologized for saying that. She did. You may not have seen it, but I did see where she said that she was ashamed that she even said that. She took it, and she has not showed any signs of behavior since then of that. You know what I mean? But the other night, it was like y'all were laughing about it like it was funny. You were telling people that if they're YT women, they shouldn't be sticking up for, my community. And that's where it was like, what? Like, how are we going to be progressive in racism if we don't stand together?
It's about standing together, but it would be the way that I see it, Queenie. Like, if you, like I said, racism. We all agree racism exists. It does. It still exists. We all know it exists. We all know that as white people, we're not oppressed at all. We did not go through those things in that life, right?
But to say that they can't speak on the oppression of black people.
I'm just saying that from what I have seen just lately, this has been a huge, it's been a huge topic. It's been a huge topic everywhere. Y'all know that I saw a live, and the only reason why I spoke on that is because my mod, Mike, is black. Okay.
So did you think what Shannon did was okay when she said what she said to me, knowing that? And then it made it worse because I didn't even have anything to do with the clip. It would have been different if it was something that I did or said. So how is it that, okay, you're saying I have a black mod, so I spoke up in that live. Why did you not speak up for me in your own live? Because it was your friend? You were actually telling YT women not to speak up for the oppression of black people. So,
it's not that I see the white person. I was watching a live the other day, right? It was a group of black women in a box. They were all speaking on it. This was a topic of discussion. This was a live that I watched. Mm-hmm. And they were all talking about the topic of this and about how they had noticed that a lot of white women are on here speaking a lot about racism and a lot about, they don't understand why a lot of these white women want to talk about these type of situations and scenarios. It's because they are not the ones that have been, affected in their life about it.
I just said this the other day, though, Shannon. Like, every black person does not feel like that. So that little group.
It's not, and I'm not saying you're correct, Queenie. You are correct, and I'm not saying that is every black woman's mindset or thought process. I was just watching this live. I had a conversation with my mod, and he literally, when we had a discussion about it, he just said, "I have just recently have seen a pattern where it just seems like there's just a lot of white women talking about racism when they haven't been affected by it." And he's like, "I kind of just wish you would say something about it and kind of speak on it." And
but they are affected by it, because if Monster wants to sit in this panel with me, and she's not allowed to, how is she not affected? You can't help who you love. You can't.
No,
help
and
who
that's what I'm
you're
saying.
friends
If you have people that are going to stand up for you and stick up for you when they see shit and they hear shit, I'm not saying that they can't do that. I'm just saying I have seen just lately. No, I'm not
You
even
said
going
you
to.
said
I'm
you're
not going to
that.
say. I'm just going to. I'm not even going to say group. I'm just going to say individuals on this app. I'm not even going to direct it towards anybody. It's just I've
Shannon,
seen
I
it
have
in
a
a
Can I say
whole.
something really quickly?
Well, I'm going to drop you guys.
I'm not
I got to
even
go
going to
get my
yell.
baby. But Monster, I appreciate you. You know I love you. You know I love you. I appreciate you
I know, babe.
for even just doing that for me. So thank you, Dora, too, and Petty, and all of
But I
y'all.
just want to say something real quick, and I'm not going to crash out. I'm not going to be crazy. I just want to take this moment to educate a little bit on the reason I am specifically so loud. Whether you know it or not, I don't know. Shannon, I know you don't know a lot about me, so I'll just let you know. My beliefs and my spiritual, ancestry and all of that stuff. Like, the person that I worship is a beautiful Black woman. Like, beautiful, right? So to me, I feel like when somebody says racial comments about the Black community, that they are directly speaking to somebody that I worship. Does that make sense?
And in Monster, I didn't know that. And I no, I didn't. I
Think
did
that you
not.
did. I didn't think you did. I didn't think that you did because there was no way that if you knew that, right, that you could even say the stuff that you were saying last night about, I don't think they should stand up and I don't think they should do this or not. Listen, the Black community, the white community, every community, y'all are my brothers and sisters, and I stand. When I see something, Shannon, I say something. The problem is that there are a lot of people that see stuff and they don't say anything. Silence is compliance. Don't forget that. It doesn't matter how much shit that you are about to step in, you do the right thing no matter who is watching. And that's all I have to say. Thank you for listening.
And I
May I say
like
something?
I said, I didn't know. I didn't know as far as monsters. Then her, like I said,
Yes, I'm going to hop down, but I just wanted to say, Shannon, on top of that, when Megan said to you, you called, you were saying that Queenie was a beautiful queen, and Megan stopped you and said, no, fuck that, call it for what it is.
Well, Megan's here, so can we let Megan talk?
I'm gonna.
Can
Yeah.
I say something really fast before it's to go with monsters? What Monster had said. If you might, it'll be very quick. I promise. Last year, we went through another scenario where someone would speak up immediately when something was said that was racist, and it was a YT woman.
Thank you,
And it
TV
happened.
producer. That's my point.
Okay, hold on. So, and it happened. And it happened a lot, and so then the community got very upset because the YT woman would speak up. And so what we learned from this, and Desi, you were one of the people in Petty's live, and it was one of the things also, besides hearing Rissa as well as some others that were speaking about it, was if the Black community is there, if the individual is there and they need your help, speak up, stand with them, but let them speak. They get to, whoever is being offended or whatever, is our job is to stand united, but we are to sit back and allow them to defend themselves, and given that opportunity where we don't need to pounce and take over immediately. And I think there is a process. I am probably saying this incorrectly. Please forgive me. I am doing my very best. But I remember this, and it was extremely moving. And I've repeated this over and over again, where it's don't take over. We aren't to take over, because let me tell you, I'm a fighter too, and I'm definitely not somebody that sits by and allows shit to happen. Right when it's going on, especially in real life, and so. I do sit back and learn, and I will say that was also a learning experience for me, which was listen And if, for example, Queenie is there, or vice versa, I'm just giving Queenie, if you don't mind, I just because you're just the last person speaking on it. But it was give us the opportunity to defend ourselves, and then when it's not getting anywhere or whatever it is, then participate, as in, defending. But it is something that is confusing because I mean, I listen. I'm listening to what was said last year, and it's more about being respectful. And they're like, we don't need you to be our saviors, right? We don't need you to do this. We need you to listen. Sit back and listen to us, what we're saying and how we're defending ourselves and things like that. And if we need your help, then we're going to, let you know we're needing more help. That is what I recall was, don't be the white tea people that are constantly pouncing and not allowing the African American community, the Black voice, to be heard first. And so I'm just saying
Thank
that's
you, Jennifer
what I
Producer.
remember that was said in Petty's live. And I'll say, Desi, you did say that, and it was actually very powerful as well. And also heard it in another live. So that's all I just wanted to say. It is a compliment. And I just am saying, I heard that, and I'll say back then, everybody agreed with it. It was in Petty's live. Can I say everybody's going along with it now? I don't know what to say, but that's exactly what was said back then.
And I just want to say that's exactly what I did do. When that TMZ person was caught saying the N-word multiple times, and I had recorded it and did the awareness on it, I did the initial awareness with the video, and then I took the situation straight to Petty, a Black creator, because I felt like that would be the place, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to hold a live on it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I feel like in that situation, I did the right thing because, I mean, the initial awareness is important. Saying something when you see something is important, right? We can all agree. I didn't feel it was my place to hold the live. So I gave it to Petty because he's, a Black man that I'm close to that has a platform. And so I feel like the situation is a little bit different than what you're saying. I know that you understand what I'm saying. I'm just trying to remind everybody that might not have known.
Yeah, and I'm not bagging on what happened. I'm not saying what you did or what was wrong. I was trying to explain where I think maybe some people are getting confused and
Right.
not knowing when and engaging things. No, I didn't mean it that way. I just wanted to make sure you were here so you could hear what I was going to say, where maybe trust me, keeping my mouth shut is hard, man. It's hard. I'm not good at it.
It makes total sense to me what you're saying, but the initial awareness was important. And I believe that if that kind of situation is going on, that you should definitely be bringing it to other Black creators so that they can be aware and they can handle the situation. And if they are in needing of me or the videos or anything, like, I'm there to assist them behind them. Does that make sense? I feel like,
Yeah, absolutely.
many times there are white tea people that do try to stand in front. I am not trying to do that whatsoever. Listen, I don't even want to walk beside. I want to walk behind. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I want to walk behind, but I'm there.
Right. And I would say most everyone who everyone's intentions, when, especially even last year, the intentions were good. I will say I would say who stands up, is their intentions are good. I don't think they come from a place of dominance or a place of, where whoever is standing up, they're definitely, their intentions are good is how I see it. And maybe we don't always handle it correctly, but they're good.
Right, because I'm like, listen, I'm an Aries through and through. I cannot control myself when I see something that egregiously just fucking, I mean, like, you listen, I yell more than I talk. You guys know me. I'm passionate. It's loud. I can't help it, but I'm working on it. But I will say that I don't know if you guys were aware that that was the what I was trying to explain to you, TV producer. Sorry, I'm getting jumbled. I was just trying to explain the chain of events because what happens in the back nobody really knows, right? So that's why I was trying to explain The Smashly Live wasn't even like the intended platform. It just happened. I took it somewhere else. So I just wanted to explain the chain of events. I am not trying to stand in front of nobody. I will tell you this. Black women are meant to be worshipped. Have you seen them? I mean, what the fuck is wrong with people? That's what my thing is. Like, these women are goddesses. Like, that's how I see them, right? I got no business standing in front of nobody like that. You got me fucked up. So anyway, I just wanted to clarify. I didn't know if you-
No, I definitely knew. I just wanted to make sure, because I think that's where people get confused in general, you know? I mean, I learned a lot. I was 50. I learned a lot last year, so.
Yeah. I'm 40. I'm still learning. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all.
Thank you.
As a whole, on, and I'm speaking this just into everybody. I think we can all agree that all this racial statements, bringing color into it, even if you are in the heat of the moment, we all need to do better in how we speak. And even when we are in anger, we still need to be aware of what we say and how we fucking say it. Like I said, I didn't know, as far as like with Monster, her situation and who she worships, you know, and I understand. I just said was what I said is about the, you know, standing up for, you know, racism, stuff like that. I had brought it up because my mod had been mentioning it and just said nobody, you know, should be speaking on it. Like, I guess it was just kind of bothering him. So I was just, you know, trying to say what I said about that. But I get with having anybody's back, whether whether you're black, white, indigenous, Chinese, Japanese, whatever the case may be. I don't know. I'm just this whole bickering, this shit, this back and fucking forth. My God, are we going to take it into 2026? It's just
No, we're not, Shannon. We just talked about that. I missed it. I was trying to get here when Megan was in the box. I didn't even get to hear her because I was in the school, you know. But for me, as a black woman, I do not feel like if I'm not there to speak, I would expect you to speak for me. I would expect to know that, you know, your character says that you don't have a problem with me and who I am, and not even who I am as an individual, my personality, but like who I am. You know what I mean? Like I would want.
Can I address something real quick, Queenie?
Yeah, go ahead.
Banjo on your knee. You said, Shannon, last night, you said you don't see color. When I have somebody in my life, you're daggum right. I don't see color. I see everyone as humans.
Wait,
I'm not saying that.
Every one of us are human beings, whether we are red, green, purple, black, orange, or white.
Mm-hmm.
We are human beings, and we all treat each other as how you would want to be treated. It does not matter our race.
How is that, Banjo? How is that racism? When I don't see, when I see a person and I meet a person,
Some black people
look at them. I don't look at it as their color. Do I realize that people of color? Do I realize that black people there is racism? Absolutely.
It's the choice. It's the choice of words. So some people, some black people feel as if like you saying you don't see color, you don't see what I go through in a day-to-day basis, so you never really can appreciate me as an individual. But I understand when it doesn't come from a racist, I can understand what you mean. You don't mean it in a bad way. I get that. You know, you don't mean it with any malice. I get that. But some people take it as when you say you don't see color, well, you don't see what my struggles have been, so you never really can appreciate me. That's all
Well,
it is.
I have educated myself to see what the African American race, because I feel like even the black word is uneducated. I see the African American race as yes, I see your struggles. I see what everybody goes through on a daily basis.
Right. I just know.
I'm going to be educated enough to not be one of those people. I'm not one of those people. I would never be one of those people because if you see that, that makes you uneducated and ignorant, and to me.
You never made me think that you were racist. I never heard you say anything like that.
Well, let me just say this. When I meet someone, I don't base who they are off of their color. Let me just restate that.
Honestly, I had never heard you say like no racist comments, but when you okay the fact that certain things are going on and you shrug it off like it's not a big deal, and then they continuously happen, like you guys were telling me changed behavior, right? Is how you know, right? Like you were talking about, oh, well, he hasn't changed because he still has the same behavior. Well, here we are going on all these months later and the behaviors are still there. So if you have any pigment other than, that's what my understanding was. And I just don't like the hated comments. You know, I don't feel as if my color has anything to do with it. But I was hoping I could catch Megan in a box, because to double down on it this morning and then to add that I'm a WHORE, a manipulating one, and talk about putting my babies or my face on a cup and Desi's baby is going to have karma. Like, that's ridiculous. It's crazy. And then these are people of color that you're doing this to. It does not make you look any less racist to me. You know, I don't feel like I came in there. I just really wanted to talk to you, Shannon. I honestly did. You know.
Wait, I mean, can I? What? Hold shit.
You didn't know about it.
Was something said this morning?
Yes, ma'am, it was. I was in Bernadette's talking to Bernadette because Bernadette had came in your live and was like, fuck me. And me and Bernadette hadn't had no problems. The last time I talked to her, me and her were good. She came in my live. Everybody was good. She was talking about praying for my husband and everything else. And then for her to just do that, I was like, where did that come from? So when I went in there this morning, I was talking to her and I was like, Bernadette, it hurt my feelings because I really
Queenie, you're muted, honey.
Sorry, my daughter's calling. But I really thought we were good. So when Megan came in there and she saw that she wasn't agreeing with the fact that what she said was okay to me, she was pissed off. She doesn't want to get in the box. She doesn't have anything to say to me. And to check her video. And I said, I don't even watch you, so I'm not going to check a video. Then she went live to double down and call me a WHORE, a manipulative one, talking about Desi's child. You know, like those things they're not okay.
I need to interrupt you. I never said anything about Desi's child, first of all. Okay, you guys are over there speaking on my child and her education.
I didn't speak on your child. I did not.
You guys were speaking Desi was over there speaking on my child and her education and what a bad parenting I was. And what I said was, Desi, honey, you're pregnant.
Megan.
You start speaking on children and people's parenting, it's going to come back at you, is what I said.
Megan.
Exactly what I said.
Let's have some dialogue and let's have a conversation. I understand that you're upset and frustrations and emotions get high, but can we actually have a conversation? Because
you guys aren't going to fucking switch the story and sit over here and cry victim.
Who can switch the story to me?
Y'all did.
I'm not crying victim. You said what you said, and it didn't have anything to do with me. Nothing.
Well, then why are you talking about it then? If it ain't got nothing to do with you, then why the fuck are you speaking on it?
People need to be aware that you're a racist. What you did and what you have continued to do with no change behavior is not okay.
Ain't nobody a racist, honey. That's the thing. Ain't nobody racist. You guys can sit over here and talk about white people this, white people that, white people this, but as soon as I say black bitch, I'm a racist, not happening. I don't fucking think so.
Nobody has spoke on the YT community.
I don't fucking think so.
I am one of very few that are actually over there with a lot of YT women that I absolutely adore. I have not done any of those things that you're talking about. So for me, you got mad because of who I sat with, and instead you put that feeling right on me. You did. I didn't do that. And then this morning you were upset because I was talking to Bernadette. I didn't have no problems with Bernadette.
I wasn't upset that you was talking about Bernadette or talking about Bernadette.
Yes, when I asked her if she was okay, like
Y'all
I felt
speaking on my child. Y'all speaking on my child. Desiree speaking on my child.
We did not. Me and Bernadette did not. When you came in there, when I was in there, it was me and Bernadette in the box, and me and Bernadette were not talking about that. We were talking about the fact of what you did and how she offended me by making a whole video saying it was okay, and how I felt she should have been offended too. That's what we were talking about. And you came in, you refused to get in a box. Then you turned around and said, watch your video. And then when I told you I'm not watching it, you went live. You called me a WHORE.
I did. I called you a whore because you jumping in everybody's boxes. You a fucking TikTok box whore. I did. I said it, and I'll say it again.
You can't switch up.
Smear my name all over this app. Come on now. You can't go in people's boxes and talk shit about somebody and then cry victim because I call you a box whore.
I'm not a victim. You're the one that's
What you sitting here crying victim for then?
You're upset that I'm bringing awareness to you. That's where your hostility and your anger is coming from.
Is this fucking something new, right? I'm
No,
a
it's
fucking
not.
racist. Woohoo! Let's run with it, TikTok.
We know. No, we know. Change behavior, Megan. That's all I can ask of you. That's all I can ask of you. If you don't want me to see you as a racist, show me something else. Please.
Let's talk about how you called me a man. How you called me a sir. I mean what? Come on now. You want to fucking talk? Let's fucking talk, bitch.
To me, if you're sitting over there body shaming people and you're sitting here calling me out my name, and I think
no body shaming.
And I think you look like a man. Y'all were talking about people's lips and how they look. Yes, y'all were. But anyhow, if you're sitting up here saying all these things to me, and if I feel like you look like a man, I'm gonna tell you I feel like you look like a man.
All right, well, you a bitch.
I mean, that's fine. And that's okay. That's what I wanted you to say to me to begin with. Instead of jumping in a box and making it about color, instead of telling me black people's kids are meant to be seen, not heard, because I told you to get your daughter out of the live, about these fried chicken comments and then they comments. Like, I understand that people are different and we didn't grow up that way. Does not mean that you have to walk around with such hatred that you have to keep belittling people.
Honey, ain't nobody walk around with hatred.
That's how you act.
With hatred. That's how you see me. That's how you see me. That's not how I feel about myself. That's not what I'm doing. I walk around with hatred in my heart. Absolutely not. Why? Because I don't believe in they them. Therefore, I'm a hatred person. I don't believe in they them.
The moment I
doesn't mean I'm hatred. I have hate in my heart. Absolutely not.
The moment I tried to come have a conversation with you and I was different and I didn't agree with you, you automatically threw my race into it. The moment that I didn't agree with your daughter being in the screen, you threw race into it.
No, I did not. Absolutely, I did not. Hell no. No, I did not. I never said anything about race this morning. What I said was, Desi, you're pregnant. You are not a mother. You're going to sit here and talk on people's parenting and other people's children. Prepare to fucking get the backlash from it is what I said. Ain't got nothing to do with fucking no color.
Thank you, because I don't want you looking down there. We're talking about me and you, baby. I never have, originally from the jump, I never have done anything to you.
Except for call me fucking racist and fucking smear my name through the mud, right? Fuck you, Queenie.
That is true. See, I'm trying to have dialogue with you, and you're still so upset you can't even talk.
Because I was fucking ignorant, that's why.
But now I'm ignorant. I'm actually very educated.
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Sweetheart. I have degrees. I'm educated, but that's something you would never know because you haven't even taken the time to talk to me.
You just called me stupid, didn't you? But it's okay for her to sit here and call me fucking stupid, and I can't call her ignorant.
When did I call you stupid? I said I have an education, sweetheart. I didn't even say anything about you. I was talking about myself. But
you just said I was uneducated.
I said
let's get some dialogue. Let's get some dialogue in there. You're uneducated, therefore you're fucking stupid.
No, I never said you were uneducated. I said I'm not uneducated. I'm actually very educated. I have degrees. That's what I said. You and me never even had a beef. Me and Shannon were arguing, and here you came in my chats harassing me and Hoodrich in our chats harassing us. And I kept telling you, it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. And you being a loyal friend, you stuck up for your friend. Okay, I would do the same thing. But even after that, after you got in the box, you poked fun at Bernadette, I asked you to stop. Then you turned around and your daughter was yelling in the background, and I was like, listen, she can't be in the chat or I'm going to drop you. You then went live and was talking about black people's kids are meant to be seen and not heard. You know, and you threw...
No, that's not what I said, honey. No, yes, that is not what I fucking said. Let's make this clear one more time. Do you mind shutting the fuck up so I can clarify myself? Give you guys some fucking dialect?
Absolutely. I'm going to play the clip for everybody too, because if you didn't say it, you didn't say it. But yes, you did.
Y'all are fucking ridiculous. You guys really are.
Megan, just calm down. Because I know you can have an adult conversation. I know you can. You held a whole live, and we had a whole adult conversation, and everybody was cordial. So I know you can be cordial, and I know you can state your facts and state your beliefs or whatever, however you feel, without screaming and yelling and cussing at people.
You know, it pisses me off because people are lying on me, man. I mean,
so justify your truth.
These people, though, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, am I racist because I use these people now?
No, what I was going to say is, can you not refer to me? If you're talking to me, use my name. I use yours.
I wasn't talking to you.
Okay, so listen, what I'm asking you.
So stop it.
Okay, see.
These people, that's right. I use these people as TikTok as a whole, right?
That's all I'm asking you to do is explain who you're talking to, because when you sit there and you say them,
I thought you had an education. I thought you was smart. I thought you got some degree. So therefore, when I use the word these people as TikTok and the 422 people that are in here, you would know, honey, who the fuck I'm speaking on.
You could be talking to me. You never know. So I'm asking you to please be direct when speaking. That's all. Megan, you don't have to be upset. I don't like you. You don't like me. We can leave it at that. I don't expect no apology from you, like at all. But what I'm asking you to be is, if you don't want me to see you as a racist, then show me some changed behavior, please.
Honey, I don't give a fuck how you see me, because I know who I am. Your opinion of me does not matter. I don't care how you see me.
That's fine. I mean, hey, that's absolutely fine. I mean, I'm glad that you're okay with your behavior. I'm
perfectly okay with my behavior. Absolutely, I am.
I mean, hey, all right. I'm gonna pray for you. I definitely will pray for you. Lady Day, do you know you're in the box?
I don't think she knows.
I don't either. But anyhow, Shannon, like I told you, when you're ready to have those conversations, because you know there's much more hard conversations that need to be had, you know, to get to where you said you wanted to be. Like, I'm open for having those discussions with you. Steph, I ain't never had a problem with you. You know, I didn't like what you did, but, you know, I understand the reasoning for why you did what you did. You know, I do understand that, you know, and that's all I can ask for is, I mean, you tell me what it is, and I'm going to have to find a way to accept that. That's all of us.
You know,
what I'm saying?
I will say this. A lot has happened. Like I said, I've never had an actual one-on-one conversation with Queenie until the other night. Now, has Queenie spoken about me or whatever, had her opinions about me? Yes, absolutely, she has.
Yep, girl. You called me cradle cap.
I don't. I've said a lot of shit. I've said a lot of shit. I know that Queenie could have come at me completely sideways. And that's why when I asked her when she came in my box, I was like, hey, you know, like, Queenie, are you going to be good? Like, whatever. I understand that emotions are high on, you know, certain individuals' parts. And I can't speak for what they're feeling or how they're going through with their emotions. I'm just going to say, this is just me. Queenie, you have been, you know, you asked me those questions respectfully, and you did come at me in a calm manner. And I do appreciate and I do respect that.
Thank you.
I am in control of me, right?
Right.
And that's what I'm trying to. I've always, my biggest thing is I have always just wanted to react, right? I've always just wanted to, when somebody comes at me, I just want to go from 0 to 100, right? Because that's just what my mind has been used to doing. I'm trying to learn how to deal with things in a different manner. I'm trying to learn how to just process shit before I just react off the tip of my tongue. Mm-hmm. For instance, like even like last night, I as soon as I got that screenshot, I wanted to say things that I probably would have been on the news for. I didn't want to do that.
Right. You gotta have composure.
I don't want to go backwards. And I think we all need to do better. All of us. We need to do better with how we talk to people, how we respond to people, even in high emotions. I get it. We get pissed off. We get mad. We want to pop off. We want to just rip each other, apart.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't speak for anybody else. And I'm going to speak for myself. I need to do. I'm 43 fucking years old. Like, this shit is stupid. It's fucking dumb. It's bringing nothing but fucking toxicity and negativity in my life. And I understand I'm the one that's allowing it. And I can only control what the fuck I'm doing. I can.
Shannon, I'm about to
say, I want Queenie to know this, is that
I know, Shannon.
I don't have a personal problem with you.
I know.
Honestly, I don't really even have fucking issues with anybody other than fucking Mikey at this point, because I just wish he would just stop.
I'm gonna
leave me alone. And I'm taking all my fucking videos down, all of them. If it ain't a video just about me, I'm fucking done.
Can I say
the clapback videos might be funny and you might get a hee hee and a ha ha from it, but honestly, all it's doing is stirring the fucking pot, and I don't even want to fucking stir another fucking pot.
Can I say that we're going to have a conversation, Shannon? I told you we're going to do that. And I do want to say that I don't hold you accountable for somebody else. I did hear that being said, well, I'm not accountable for so-and-so, but then I was accountable for Mike. So, it was kind of like, okay, but the hypocrisy of it, but I don't hold you accountable for what was said. I feel like what I saw after that, you seemed very uncomfortable, and you did ask the right questions. You did ask, do you think that was right? You did ask those things. So I could tell within you that you wanted to do the right thing. But sometimes when you're, your friendships, it's hard. It really is. And I get that. When you've been through as much and you don't want somebody to feel like you're taking.
It's like you can't, it's like you can't fucking win. Whether it's like you.
Listen,
I feel like you can't.
It's okay. I understand that. I get it. I understand why you didn't do anything in that moment. You had a freeze moment, a deer in headlights. I get that. I saw it. You know what I mean? So I'm going to pray that you have that strength, to be able to use your voice. When I was saying that I don't feel that way, like, as you shouldn't speak up for me. If you feel like you wanted to say it and I was trying to say it, then please, by all means, you have my grace to do so. Because I could tell within you, and I appreciate that, because I could see it. I really could. You were uncomfortable. And just your uncomfortability made me feel like, okay, well, let me try to talk to her again. You know what I mean? So like I told you, when that time comes for us to have that conversation, I'm not telling you you're not welcome. You are more than welcome to have that conversation, and it's not going to be easy. You're a tough bitch, so I really do feel like you can overcome some of it. Like, I do.
Guys, you may think that I'm like, yeah, I use comedy and I laugh about a lot. I do. I use comedy to cover up a lot of shit, right? No, Monster, I will never post another picture of you again. And yes, Monster, I do think you're a very beautiful woman. I've posted memes. We've all posted memes. It's just, I don't want to ever make anybody feel bad about what they look like. I mean, I've been dragged for my hair, my eyebrows, my everything. I know how it feels, and it's so easy for me to say, oh, I don't care. I even say I'm 95% personality, 5% looks. I own that shit. Okay. It's just,
it's the banter, and it's just really banter, like back and forth.
Honestly, with everything that has happened, even like with Bougie, like, you know, you try to give somebody the benefit of the doubt, right? You try to give somebody okay, you've done this shit, everyone's done this shit. Okay, let's just try to move past it. Let's go on. But then it's just like you got somebody like playing straight up in your fucking face and that's fucking texting you and shit. But yet here they are sharing your fucking personal information on their fucking phone, and it's just like, why? You know, you say you're my friend, and then you turn around and do this shit. Like that's what I don't fucking get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just, I'm fucking done. It's just.
Wait, hold on. Can I say something? Listen, I know I was being spoke on, is why I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm blocked.
Were you?
Listen,
Wait,
listen. No. Listen, no. They were saying I was getting talked about children. I was getting.
No, you weren't, Bernadette.
Let me talk.
Okay.
We will be respectful, and we will be. I don't want anybody calling her Bernie. I don't want anybody calling her anything outside of her name.
Right.
Please use the term Bernadette. I will be respectful to Bernadette because she has not. Bernadette to me has done some foul shit, but she's never done anything to me directly. So please, let's be respectful. Her name is Mrs. B or her name is Bernadette. So please, let's be respectful to her. Go ahead, Bernadette.
I never spoke ill on Stinky. Stinky is my little buddy.
It wasn't us.
I heard.
It wasn't us.
Okay,
She was saying like Desi. She wasn't saying us.
Desi, right, and that's why I come in here, because this hits me very close. Stinky has grown so much, and that's why I had to come in here, because Megan is down below me right here. Either she was around Megan and or in Megan around that. That's Megan's business. Nobody's business is what I'm coming here to say.
Bernadette,
I'm just saying what happened.
No, they weren't saying that we were talking about children. Like, me and you.
I got screenshots, babe, of you all in the screenshots, babe.
She at first had said in Bernadette's, but I don't think she meant it like that, because me and you had a conversation about the stuff that had happened. So she said Desi. She did say Desi after the fact. She did say that. That's what I was telling her about saying they and them and these. That's what I was trying to tell her, because I don't want
but it doesn't matter, right, you guys? It doesn't matter. My child is my child. Everybody knows my child who comes into my fucking life. That's my business. Y'all shouldn't be talking on children. That's all there is to it. And it's so sad because we talk about this all the time and everybody still fucking does it.
And that's where, listen, I'm shaking right now. I'm shaking. I'm livid right now of that coming about, especially coming from Dora's mouth when she talks about Dora's Muggles children and that come about, because that's why I'm livid right now. I'm sorry, I got screenshots.
Fucking cunt. I don't know what you're talking about.
And that's where that come up. Stinky never talks like that. Stinky would never say that. She doesn't.
Okay. Megan made the statement that we were talking about her child, and no, me and you were not talking about her child. So then she went on to say Desi. Now, this other whoever's talking about kids, I know nothing about. But I know in your live this morning, me and you were talking about me and you. So I don't know, did Desi stay when I left? Or did I don't know. But I know me and you and our conversation was based off of what happened and how you felt about it and how I felt about it. That's what the conversation was. But Shannon, you know where to find me.
Jenny, when people start talking about your children, then you could tell me to calm the fuck down.
Steph,
exactly, and that right there. Please do not.
Listen here, buddy boy.
Do not listen. I will say that too. This is very uncomfortable because now Shannon knows how I felt when people put my information out there or others' information out there and continue to put my government name out there. This is not about me. I promise you, this live is not about me. It's about protecting people. That's where it's about. I promise you, I protect children. I protect other people. And that's where I get stuck at. I do. I get stuck caring about so many. That's where I came up, because Stinky, I love Stinky. I love Megan. I love people. I love you. I love everybody. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I do.
That's where it comes from.
I have one thing to say. Megan, I'm going to tell you one time. Do not talk to my mom like that again. One,
Who are you talking? What are you talking about?
she asked you nicely to calm down. Do not talk to her like that. You may talk to everybody else like you want to. You're
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. Okay.
I don't. I want to make this very clear.
Who you are, who's your mod is, I don't care.
I have been honestly. I have sat here this whole morning, and I have literally just been thinking.
It's too much.
Yeah, have I been affected? Yeah, but have other people that have been affected that have kids in their home that have that? I don't know. It's just I look at it and I'm just like, holy shit! Like, if this is affecting me this bad, yeah, I can only imagine how anyone else is fucking feeling. And,
okay, last thing, Shannon, I'm about to go. Can you do me one more favor? Can you do me one more favor? Okay, Lila is not speaking on you. She's text me and let. She came up here to actually talk to you.
I honestly wanted to have a conversation. Listen, I want to make this very clear. It's done and it's over with.
Okay,
Queenie.
okay. So that's all I was going to ask you.
It's done. It's done. What's right? It's been done. It's in the past. I'm moving forward. It's just it's stupid. I'm moving on from it. I'm not going to speak on it. I'm not going to say her name. It's done and over with. It's beating a dead horse, and I'm just not going to. It needs to be done. And I wish no ill will on Lila. And what has been done is done. I'm moving on. And
okay,
I
appreciate that.
You're right. Like I said, it's gone on for too long, and there's other more important things going on besides this stuff. It's just stupid.
I just wanted to come up and ask if you would just stop saying my real name, because I really don't get on TikTok a lot. And I, don't care what you do in your life, that's your life. I have my life. I do what I do. And it's been way, way, way long. You know what I mean? Like saying my real name and stuff. It's just over. And
I agree. I agree. And like I said, there was a post made that had your name on it, had my name on it. It's affecting a lot of people. Can I tell you where I think that came
from, Shannon? I think that came from, remember when you held that live and you put the screenshot up? People screenshotted that. So remember when you put
I even with Mirror, I had redacted that. Yeah, so I had two emails.
No, the first time you did.
No,
the first time
right. When I showed it on the green screen, I had two pictures side by side. I thought when I had pulled it up, the one that I had redacted, I thought I had clicked on the redacted one that had the ones marked out. Right. I clicked on the wrong one. And then Mirror held a live and she's like, yes, you did. I was like, no, I didn't. I redacted it. And then I went back and I watched my live and then I was like, oh shit. Yeah.
Right.
And,
so I think that's honestly where they got it from. It wasn't from her giving it out, because she didn't give that email, but show it to two people. So, then the two of us didn't do it. And I really feel like that day when you showed it, they grabbed it. They honestly did.
And I'm going to tell you right now, when you go on your green screen, I'm going to tell you, you should probably just have a fast folder. No, because like I said, my email, Lila's name, my name.
Girl, you just not good. You just not good with screenshots.
It's fine. But I don't know. It says, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that her name on her profile? No, that's not my name on my profile. It was.
It's not. Why are you reading the comments? No, don't read the comments.
What I'm saying is, it's not. It's not my name on there. I had a Brooklyn Girl account, and I really deactivated and threw away everything. I had cooking content, everything, and I deleted it, and I made this one. And
okay, y'all have a beautiful day. Sassy, I appreciate it. We're going to talk about it again. Don't.
All
just,
right.
y'all.
Yeah, I'm just done with it. That's all.
Yeah, it is. Same thing, Lila. Same thing with me. I'm sorry for everything. Sorry for everything that went down, how it all went down. Like I said, there's bigger shit going on that's beyond you and our situation. It probably should have been hashed out way long ago. And of course, it's TikTok. We all know how it rolls. But like I said, as far as you go and I go, like it's good. Okay.
Oh,
It's all done.
thanks.
It's done.
Appreciate it. All right.
Okay, can I say I came up like 3 times. I'm sorry. I literally couldn't get a word in, so I didn't want to interrupt people.
Sorry.
I also was at the park with my kids, so I'm sorry. But anyways, all I want to say is that there's a lot of people that have been affected by all the situations that have been happening. There's a lot of disgusting behavior that's been happening. It's not, hey, you shush down there. But it's not just one person, it's multiple different people, and it's not just one side, it's all different sides. Okay? Now there's a lot of stuff that was said last night. There's a lot of stuff that was that happened last night. You know, I think the main problem that we all need to worry about here is why there is a person on this app that hops from group to group and literally sits there and digs deep into people. Okay? I think that's the main fucking problem here. Not all of us sit there and do all that shit. So it's disgusting behavior. And I'm going to say this, I've been saying it from the get-go, and Steph already knows that. I don't think that we need to keep going back and forth with each other. And I don't think we need to have all this hate continuously happening, because I would like, Laura, listen here. It's a main person that has been bringing up a lot of shit. So yes, it has been. I'm not saying it's only one person. I'm saying the main person who's been sending shit out is that person. So anyways, point is, I think we all need to, you know, we don't have to like each other. We don't have to kiki and haha in the chats and shit. We don't have to kiki and haha at all. We don't have to even like each other. We can just move along, say our piece, and call it a day. You know, like I think that's all we need to do. Don't be disrespectful to other people. Don't bring other people's children up. Don't bring up, you know, what this person looks like, what the other person looks like. Let's not do that.
My gorgeous friend is above me. I just want to say that, my gorgeous friend.
But I'm sorry that a lot of people. I'm sorry that a lot of people were affected by all the things that have happened. My heart aches for a lot of people, and you know, I am very, very aggressive sometimes, so I'm very sorry. But I'm very passionate, and I feel like sorry, I heard myself echoing. I feel like everyone needs to just, chill. Like, we all need to just chill and move along. But I lost my train of thought as I was going. So, anyways, I love you guys. I hope everyone has a great day. I'm going to hop down before I lose my train of thought again.
Okay.
I apologize, Leather and Lace, but people were sharing this live. I had over 15 shares telling me to come in here.
Yeah, Bernadette, I had asked somebody to share it to you. Bernadette was saying things that I wasn't aware of, so I was just going to let you talk to her.
Oh, yeah. So the issue with Bernadette is I've never doxed Bernadette. I never put her information out there. I never did any of that. What happened was she allowed someone on her platform who wanted to say, because we had an issue 2 years ago, right? I had let that issue go. Well, it got brought back up. And Bernadette was running with the fact that someone said that I brought her child into it. No, it was a public live on TikTok where she tried to use her child to say that we called CPS on her for false reasons, which was proven to be just true. However, Bernadette then ran with the fact of her allegations saying that I was a P3-do. Bernadette also put it out there that Bernadette also doxed me, and not only that, but she doxed a minor in my family. She doxed family members with disabilities that are in my family. She also did many other things. So, however, I've never done that to Bernadette. The reason why when she came in, the reason why I started speaking about Bernadette was because she was allowing these allegations to go on her platform. And I tried to have a conversation with her respectfully and say, you need to be careful because this lady's been doing this for 2 years. And then during the midst of all this, I found out that many other people she's done this to, not Bernadette, but the other young lady that was on her platform.
Is this Muggles?
Yes, Muggles.
I think Muggles is a disgusting human being.
Yes, and she allowed her to say these things on her platform. And she also allowed Muggles to say that I asked for pictures of a 12-year-old child.
What?
Yes, which is completely false. Never happened. I would fucking never. And Bernadette ran with that. So then Bernadette and I had a problem. So then she doxes me, but there was a guy that came into my live one time, and somebody had brought it to my attention, and they said, oh, Bernadette was trying to get his 401k. And I was like, Bernie, is that what you're trying to do? That's all I said. Like, it was somebody in a live stream. I never knew her history, never knew any of that. Somebody actually reached out to me last week and told me she was on probation. I had no idea. None of that was my bit. Like, I had no idea when she doxed me. So then somebody comes in her chat while I was in a box over on Better Days' live. I was in a box talking, and somebody comes in her chat with her phone number or whatnot. First of all, Bernadette and I have never had a conversation on the back end. But then she immediately blamed me. And said that it was me that came in there on that account. First off, I don't know her phone number, don't want to know it, don't want to know any of that. It's not my problem. However, the allegations that she has made, she herself allowed this type of stuff. So that's where my problem with Bernadette came in.
Wow. Can somebody get Bernadette back up here?
And Bernadette sat in Megan's live just about a week ago and claimed that I stole her banking information. And when she was called out on it, she said, haha, I lied just to get your attention.
Oh, God. What the hell?
So you guys basically, though, have already hashed this out, right, Dora?
No, because she refuses to sit in a box and take accountability.
What?
Real quick, I want to know if Rissa could talk because she came in here and all of this started and she was waiting patiently.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Rissa.
Oh, Mama, thank you. Really quick, Shannon, I wasn't in your live last night, but I woke up this morning to pieces of the bumfuckery that is y'all's friend Bougie, and I was trying to tell y'all a while ago how she dogs y'all. And I don't know what message you received or saw, but just
pictures of my house.
Be advised, I received your information with your house probably a good 6 months ago when she was dogging you, when I was trying to tell y'all before that she was calling y'all racist and weird and saying that she doesn't fuck with y'all. So please, for your own sake, listen to these people when we all been trying to tell you. Yes, I learned the lesson my goddamn self. She's on that fuck shit.
Rissa,
she plays in y'all's face. And so y'all watched her last night lie and lie and lie. Mm-hmm. And poor Scammy, from what I saw in that little 3-minute clip, it seemed like all Scammy wanted you to do was just own that you was fucking recording her for no reason. And you still was lying. Like, all y'all, when I sat up here and told y'all, I was having a private conversation with someone I thought was my friend, but she is the one that is doing this to y'all, and I don't know who she's sending y'all's information to. I cannot tell you. For the life of me, I cannot tell you. I don't know who has what of y'all's or of mine, for that matter, because, again, I thought she was my friend.
She said in the live last night, she put all the blame on you.
Of course she did.
The Shannon stuff. She said you gave out a lot of people's information. She said she blamed it on you, of course. I mean, because Bougie won't take accountability for anything.
Of course she did, but none of that shit has my name on it. Like the only thing I clicked on and I said it was the fucking Holly Mae shit, which was also sent to Mallory, and I found that out after the fact. Didn't even know that Mallory had it. So I can't tell you, Shannon, like, this was your friend and I seen y'all defending her and then got slapped in the fucking face. Kikiing it up with this girl. Meanwhile, she knows what she's been doing to all y'all. All of us.
Yep.
It ain't even y'all. It is us. And she
Kristen,
just lies.
Just a question. You don't have to answer it if you don't want to. Somebody did ask in the chat, while y'all were friends, and I mean, I would like to know myself, while y'all were friends, whose all information did she give you? I will.
Who all has she talked about? I already said she talked about people for months. I've been talking to Bougie since last summer. She talked about everybody.
But didn't people say last night, and I'm just asking, people had mentioned that you were the one handed off certain information on people.
And I did not. I would like to know who I handed it off to.
To Bougie, because Bougie was sending Moonbeam or whatever. It was what was that live last night?
It was Liz.
Yes, Liz.
And it was the same. We already been through this. I'm not going to go in circles over and over and over. We already been through this. It's the same three people. It was fucking Smashley. It was Cartel, and it was Liz.
Oh, okay. See, I haven't heard that part. I'm sorry.
A lot of people did.
What's really scary, y'all, is the links people will go. And we're not even talking about just looking up people's names. It's not even just about looking up first and last names. People are digging into people's car
I told you, she pays for it. She is recorded in these phone calls. I don't record phone calls, but I've heard her recorded calls where she brags about how she pays to run y'all's information. Now, who she gives it to, I can't tell you, because you see how quickly she said she gave it to Moonbeam, then she said she didn't, then she said she gave it to OG, but then she said she didn't, but then she gave it to Megan, but then she didn't.
Well, she straight lied
who
last
she gave
week.
it to.
She straight lied last week when Scammy Claus addressed her, because she recorded a phone call between Scammy Claus and had you on the line, right? Leather and Lace, recording after she told you to hit the record button and mute. And then she also did that to BB as well. Just know that it's recorded somewhere. Somebody has it. Somebody
And Dora, I just want you to know
OG.
that goes with your little OG and her little minions there. I just want
Wait a
you to be
second.
very
So
aware.
are you grouping me with OG? Because I haven't been in any of OG's lives.
Hold on. You hang out and you have her in your lives. All I'm saying is, I'm not saying you stand with her and you do the shit that she does. I'm letting you know, whatever and whoever speaks to her or any of her people, understand you are recorded.
I think people should know that.
Yeah, you are recorded. All your things are kept, and I just want to say one thing. I saw Animal's little thing. Oh, they're recording messages with, and Animal's like, that's wiretapping, stuff like that. Why you didn't get a reaction from her, Animal, was because she does the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want you to know, Animal, and I am sad that you sent your stuff to her, because I want you to know you're not safe now.
Nope.
So you're kind of stuck now. And if I was you, find a way to back away silently. But you gave her all her information. So I'm just saying.
And I'm going to people to know that. Go ahead, Shannon.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry, I just want to let you know. I guess they're wanting me to go over into Holly Mae's live. So I'm going to drop down. I'm going to go to Holly Mae's live.
I think Trashley wanted you for a second, Shannon. Trashley, I'm trying to get with Trashley, Mama Trashley.
It's Ashlark, but I changed it. But I only came up here because I wanted Shannon to sing to me Lot Lizard, and people in the comments were like, "Stop being rude." I'm like, "I'm not being rude," and they were like, "Yes, you are." I just want her to sing to me Lot Lizard so I can drop down before she leaves.
Well, my lot lizard is not going to be very excited, but anyway, lot lizard.
No! Okay. Okay, I'll take that.